Happy Friday, Roanchar Ranchers. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. We had a good week here. It was an interesting week. So this week I was contacted by an individual who had previously taken care of Apollo. And she got my number from one of the individuals that was instrumental in getting Apollo and Ellie here. So it turns out that this individual had a whole bunch of backstory on him. So Apollo was actually went through an auction and was originally purchased by a kill buyer that went ahead and put them up on their website to get sold, essentially. And then if he wasn't going to be sold, then he was going to go off to slaughter. So an individual went ahead and got him, purchased him, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out. So back to the kill buyer he went. And it turns out that the individual that contacted me contacted the kill buyer and said that they would take Apollo. And so they went ahead and they pulled Apollo out of there, went ahead and did x-rays on him. And it turns out that his right front has severe ring bone, lower ring bone, which is kind of what we thought, but we didn't have confirmation of it. Now we do, and I have the x-rays. The x-rays were sent off to Dr. Lauren for her opinion. And to see what her thoughts were. And this was from 4 years ago. This all happened around Christmas time of 2018. So close to New Year's of 2018 is when he had his radiographs done. And, to my untrained eye, I don't know if it's a severe case, but his leg is pretty messed up. So I'm glad that I went ahead and put him on Equiox because to me it looks like there's a lot of bone on bone, and I need confirmation obviously from Dr. Lauren because I'm not a veterinarian, but just looking at the shots, it doesn't look very good. And like I said, that's from 4 years ago. She also sent some video of Apollo, and he was walking much, much better at that point than he is right now. There's hardly any limp on him at all in the videos that she sent. And, now if he's not in his boot, he limps a lot. And even with the boot on, moving right to left, he hops. So we're probably going to do another set of x-rays. Dr. Lauren is actually scheduled to be here next week to do vaccines. So I don't know if she's going to call for x-rays then, or if we're going to wait a little while until the spring and do them. Like I said, I haven't heard back from her, so I don't know what her thought process is. But regardless, we're going to at some point do another set of x-rays on him to see what's been progressing there. So at one point, Apollo, and the video that she provided to me is actually of him being ridden. So he could ride and he could drive. But obviously that's not happening anymore. So it was really, really interesting to actually get the full backstory on him. You know, she was distraught with the condition that Apollo was in. I sent her the pictures that I shared with you guys as far as the intake pictures, and she couldn't believe what had happened to him. But on the flip side, she was very, very happy with how he looks now, because that's what she was used to. So she thinks or remembers that he is probably a Percheron Frisian cross. We talked last week about me getting or doing research on DNA testing. I did reach out to one of my rescue groups, and I was given a site that I could get it done. So I'm in the process of filling out the paperwork for that, and it's not that expensive. So I'm very excited about that. So I'll probably do it this weekend, because it's supposed to be beautiful in Western New York this weekend, and get that done. And then hopefully in like 3 weeks, we'll find out what Apollo actually is. As far as Ellie goes, unfortunately, she didn't have any information on her. The individual is actually a hauler too, so she had been hauling Apollo, and she doesn't remember Ellie. I sent her pictures of her, and you know, she's got documentation and such, and she doesn't think that she hauled Ellie. So we don't have any information on her, but that's okay. At least we got Apollo and what happened to him, and we're still at a loss as to why Ellie did better than Apollo did, but hey, I guess we're never going to know. But like I said, at least we got a little bit of information on, I'm just going to go over to our other side. At least we got a little bit of information on Apollo's history. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Ellie in general is doing very, very well. She did really well with the cold weather that we had. She didn't even really care. We actually got about probably a good inch of snow here on Wednesday night going into Thursday, and she was fine with it. Apollo got super, super frisky, which was kind of funny. He got all full of himself and was kind of strutting around in the morning, and was kind of pushing her around. So I don't know if he was. It was funny to see because he had his chest out and head was high, and he was just strutting around. But it has gotten warmer here, so they are all doing very, very well. I believe that Louie, let me see. Yeah, Louie's headed out back. So Louie fared very, very well with the cold weather this week. I am super, super happy. I think that he just needed some vitamin E and some of his nerve boost to help him out and to support him. And he rolled today, and like I said, it's been nice today. So he rolled today and is walking better. I've been massaging his injured leg, the one that he got caught up last year. And I think that's been helping a little bit because he seems to, he seems to enjoy it. And B, it seems like he's got a little bit of better mobility in it. So I'm going to continue on with that. And, obviously can continue on with his medication. He is totally switched over now back to his alfalfa pellets. So he's not on any senior feed right now. So maybe that has something to do with it too. It's just everything's working together and is jiving really, really well. So, I'm happy about that. He's doing really, really well, and he seems happier. The twinkle is back in his eye. He had lost it there for a couple of weeks, and he just he didn't look himself, and now he's back to being much chipper. So that's it for this week, guys. We're in the midst of our training challenge. Because it was so windy last week, we weren't able to work with Ellie. We did work with Apollo, and he did really, really well with leading. We're going to hope to get some things done with Ellie. Thanks, Michelle. We're going to work with Ellie this week, hopefully, and then Apollo also. Yes, we love those twinkling eyes too. It's they are so expressive with their eyes. You can tell how they're feeling and kind of what's going on with them. So yeah, when the twinkle is back, we know that Louie is feeling good. But that's it for this week, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend and rest of the week. If you guys have any questions about Apollo's past, let me know, and maybe I can answer them. But at least part of the puzzle is figured out, and we can move on. All right, Ronchar Ranchers, thanks for listening, and I will be in touch next week. Be well, everyone.